So I just got through talking to a guy over there that was sitting out in the parking lot waiting to go in. There were people inside, but I'm not sure what they're doing. Like I said, I talked to Gordon yesterday. He said they are closed down. If they're closed down, why are there people inside? Why is the dining room lights and why is somebody sitting in there? I'm telling you, man, something smells awful in New Albany. Awful. And I'll tell you why. Everybody knows the Democratic Party is crooked. We all know this. We didn't get the rights to vote for them because the Electoral College took it, but evidently Hillary Clinton thought we should do away with the Electoral College, but yet it got Biden voted into the office. All this sneakiness and bullcrap from the Democratic Party. And yet they're out here trying to pretend like they're doing good now. Who are you fooling? You ain't fooling nobody. Out here trying to play good. Why? Because you got your party in office? It's coming, man, I'm telling you. It's either end times or Donald, Ted, or myself. Because believe me, if I can, I am running for president. I'm tired of this sneaky bullshit. Believe that. So when you go to do your elections, I believe it's in, 2024? No, is it 2024? I think that's when his end date is. I don't know, hold on. You got any, a year ago, 2 years ago? Yeah, so he's got 2 more years. So we got to put up with this tyrant. 4, 5, maybe even extra terms, who knows. He said 7 years tribulation, right? We got a puppet in office. And he's playing games with Russia and Ukraine. Now they're trying to say, oh, now they're backing out. Well, didn't you start the stuff with Russia and Ukraine? I mean, look, we had a president that they claimed was, had Russia deal with our elections, but yet our elections now, we don't even know how this fool got in office. Because evidently he messed with election votes as well. Because I know he didn't get my vote. I'm an independent Republican, whatever you want to call it. I'm independent, but I swing more towards the Republican side. Why? Because they're doing America right. Biden's not doing anything right. Biden's having somebody else pull his little strings behind there. Man can't even speak. The whole world knows it. But my question is, why isn't the people standing up and asking for somebody for impeachment? They did it. But evidently impeachment doesn't even stick anymore. Because Trump was impeached and it didn't stick. So there must be a reason. Because the man's running in 2024. So it's 2022. We have to put up with this for 2 more years. Why? Because they tried to impeach him and they couldn't get him out. No, dude. The system isn't even working for us anymore. You know, I went to the police station yesterday. I had filed 2 police reports within 1 week, 2 weeks, something like that. Neither one of them was even reported by the officers. And then last night I get online and it says, they don't have to serve and protect us. But it says that on the side of their vehicles. Isn't that false advertising? I'm telling you, man, the shit that I see is corrupt. All corruption. I tried to call Internal Affairs this morning. I got hung up on. in Indianapolis. I called the one in DC. I get staticky stuff. Yeah, you can't even call them. Try calling them. Internal Affairs, Washington, D.C. It may look like it's in another state, but it's not. Look at the state, not the actual street name. Yeah, that'll fool you. That's why nobody can get in touch with Internal Affairs about these police out here thinking they run the country. What did you do for our country? Why are you hiding? And if you were in the Army, why are you hiding that fact? Yeah. See, I used to live in Fort Meade, Maryland. I used to live up by the NSA, and my stepdad worked there. I'm no fucking dummy. And my people are not dumb either. I know people are watching my videos. I know people are paying attention. But they're hearing it too late. Evidently, they're hearing it too late because Zuckerberg is out here stopping me, so I had to change platforms to YouTube. Now, I guess I'm going to have to get up on the platform with Trump so this stuff gets taken care of, because evidently ain't nothing being done around here. I can't get help from no people. All I get is lies. I don't know if it's just because they're siding with them because they don't want to get in trouble or they don't want to be closed down. But honestly, I think that's what it is. I mean, it's funny how I just got the job yesterday, and then all of a sudden today I don't have the job because of COVID. 666, mark of the beast. Yeah, Corona, COVID, same shit. Delta, new shit that they're trying to come up with so they can, if they lose COVID, they got Delta. Nobody's buying the Delta bullshit. COVID, straight up and down. No, Corona, straight up and down. 6. Yeah, that's the 6. And then if you do it sideways, numerical numbers. I know you can look it up online. I've also posted it on Facebook, and I'm also going to post it on YouTube. You do it up and down at 6. If you do it sideways, numerical numbers as well, you get 66. You put those two together, 666. That's how they fool you. See, they separate the shit. Mathematics, man. Everybody tells you mathematics when you're going to school is very important because you use math all throughout your life. Even scientists use math, or supposedly they use math. Pharmaceutical companies use math to figure out how much of milligrams or, you know, that you get per dosage or whatever. We all use math. Is what people say. Oh, well, there's no matrix. Ones and zeros, ones and zeros. I don't have ones and zeros. I just have ones. Why? Because I was born on the 11th, not the 1st. 11. Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. My sting is worse than anything. They don't realize that yet, though. Everything has to do with your astronomical signs, or whatever you call them. Yeah, sure do. That's why they tell you math is important when you're in school. That's why they also tell you the golden rule is important. Treat others how you would like to be treated. I'm not being treated fairly. Neither are my people. I hear them all day long online. I can't find a job. Yet everybody's out here hiring. Why? Because the kids got control. The teenagers got control. They're out here hacking the world. Hack the planet, right? It's time to take away the internet. Kids are being bad. They're out here buying stuff called NFTs, non-fungible tokens, worth millions and millions of dollars. While us adults are out here buying cryptocurrency that ain't getting us nowhere. Shiba Inu, yeah, I bought it at birth. Had over 2 million coins. Lost it all to cryptocurrency. Why? Cryptocurrency and Coinbase is a fraud. That's right, a fraud. Just like you go to put your money in the stock market, fraud. That's why they want to get all these things in the same thing. Stop using this shit. You're not going to make any money off it. It's not easy money. It's easily to lose that money, but it's not easy money. You're being ripped off. I remember when I was online, there was a man by the name of Monograph that I spoke with. He's actually the nobody. The real nobody. But nobody can find out who he is. They don't know what his documents are. They don't know where he is. I know where he's at. He tells people online all the time where he's at. But you can't find him. Why? Because he's protected. Heavily protected. Why? Because he's going to protect the children in the long run, along with myself and whoever else is around to take care of the children honestly. Not taking care of them in a bad way, not like this Pizzagate shit. Actually taking care of them like the Lord wants. Now, I don't know if I've ever heard Monty talk about the Lord or God or Jesus. Maybe that's why. But I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, we don't know. Have you ever seen God? Have you actually ever seen God? Do you know what he looks like? Do you know who he speaks through? No. Because God works in mysterious ways. This is why he works in mysterious ways, so nobody can figure out who he is. You can figure out who his messenger is, maybe. But you're not going to figure out who he is. Now, if I figured him out, then I guess, of course, I was supposed to. Because either A, I'm his messenger, or B, I've known him for a long time, and other people don't. That's why he chose me as a messenger. I'm not the Lord. There's no possible way I could be the Lord. I could possibly be Jesus, his son, which we're all his children, so that is possible, very possible. But I am not God. And if I am God, then he must have gave me his duties for a reason. But so far, out of all these people that are supposed to be homeless, none of them are here. Why? Because it's raining outside. They found shelter somewhere. There's one person sitting out here right now in a, what do they call it? It looks like a PT Cruiser, but it's not. Can't remember the name of it right offhand. And then, of course, I'm sitting right across the street from Reno, which is where she was supposed to be taken care of, but wasn't, evidently. So she came to my house, got my address. And now all these people out here trying to claim the same thing before with her. I'm telling you, I'm a lot stronger than she is. She came to me because she knew how strong I was, and she seen potential in me, and she knew that I could get the job done. And I am. Every avenue that I've gone through so far has failed, but doesn't mean everything will fail. I still got DC to contact, and I still got sheesh, can't even say it, Supreme Court. Yeah, there's higher ups. Supreme Court only has one nomination from Biden. The rest of it, yeah. And I'm not too sure about the Supreme Court on how that works, but I am going to go home and look it up today. I do believe the majority rules. So Biden will do you no good unless you take out all the rest of the Supreme Court, or they decide to retire too. I don't see that happening. That's the highest court in the land. And believe me, I will go that far for my love. Yes. I will. Promise you that. And everybody that's involved that didn't help, you're just as bad for not standing up for Amanda Bradshaw. The ones here that was supposed to be in the park, yeah, the homeless aren't here. But the homeless have been supportive of me all week. I've been trying to help them out, give them some food, keep food out on my porch just in case they need it. Keeping up her legacy. This summertime, if I can, I plan to give out popsicles and water just as she did, and first aid. But yeah, I know somebody's up here watching the park. But see, there's nobody here that I can be around to disturb. Just like before. I would like to know who this is over here at the park, though. It looks like they're trying to protect somebody. Hopefully it's somebody that's Christian and knows the Lord. I want to believe that with all my heart. I really do. And hopefully I get to talk to this person. Because I would really like to find out if they're trying to help or they need help. If you need help, come to me. If you see me, don't pass me by. Stop me. Ask me questions. I'll be happy to answer you. Why? Because I have nothing to hide. The Lord called on me. The Lord didn't ask me to grow this beard. The Lord didn't ask me to grow this hair. I started that before I even met Amanda Bradshaw. I did this because I wanted to do it. Why? Because I have never grown my beard. And I've got nothing but compliments from it. Your beard looks nice. I love your beard. Yeah, women love the beard. I didn't know that before. I just decided to grow it. Then I seen a video afterwards that said, hey, women love beards. I thought about cutting it off, but man, I've really grown attached to it. Not to say I won't. In certain circumstances, if I was able to go back to work. Which, like I said, the man claims COVID in his workplace. So my question is, why is it still open? Why are there people inside? Are those people doing cleanup? Are they being served? I've done seen one car drive off, so maybe. I'm hoping so, because I really don't want to give up my Brotherhood of Eagles. Club that I joined, that I know some of the bartenders work down there. I don't know if they actually work for it, because it's not the club itself, but they do work for it. So I know some of my family members are watching what I consider family. Hopefully I consider family. Hope and love. Because right now, from this community, I'm not getting it. I'm not. I'm getting passed by like I'm some kind of weirdo or psycho. I'm not. I'm just a regular, normal human being trying to live my life, and I'm getting stopped at every angle. Same thing that happened to my father before he left for Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, remember that old saying? Phoenix shall rise from the ashes? Yeah. Now, why would the bread company stop over here? Probably because they help out the homeless, right? I had a weird taste in my mouth. I must have drank something funny. It's either that or because it's nasty ass rain. See, I got up and had those little pizza bites this morning, so that could be it. Cheese don't really get along with me, but if I take something afterwards, it usually helps out. Usually olive oil, like I keep telling everybody, olive oil is almost pretty much a freaking cure-all from what I've been researching. But I keep getting people telling me, okay, I might try it. My diverticulitis support group, everybody that I've told so far, messaged individually, yeah, they know olive oil works for you. You can eat anything you want. It takes care of your gut. It heals your gut. It also heals other things in your system, such as your liver, your kidneys, regenerating stuff. Olive oil on the dollar bill next to our American Eagle. The one that is protected, like we should be. Protect yourself. Take your extra virgin olive oil, or olive oil. As long as it's got a bitter taste to it, it'll work. Take your, your beets. Everybody hates beets. You know what? Beets have great properties in it. First of all, for some reason, when I eat beets, it does the same thing that grape juice does. And I don't know if it's because of the coloring or the juices, or maybe it's just put in with the cans, but I've never really tried regular beets. But yeah, beets evidently help clean out your system. I'm not sure if it's got the polyphenols in it, but there's lots of things out here that has polyphenols. Even the stuff that they said that was almost killing her, which was alcoholism. First of all, you can drink beer and you can drink wine. This hard alcohol, no. Hard alcohol is called hard alcohol for a reason. That's right, hard alcohol. Enough to poison the shit out of you. Yeah, if you drink too much of it and you don't know how to drink it in moderation, yeah, it can kill you. You heard of people getting alcohol poisoning? Drinking too much in excess for these bars out here just worrying about filling their pockets. Greed. Yeah. Not caring about their customers, throwing them in one of my cabs or somebody else's cabs out here to get rid of them and take them home because they can't handle them no more. Or they let them fall over to the floor. Now this bar down the street that I was supposed to go work to today in the kitchen, no, I walked in there the other day. They wouldn't even serve this girl with one shot. Said no, she's had too much. She wanted to stay there until the bar closed. This was Amanda's sister, twin sister. Knew that I used to work there. Didn't care what kind of trouble she started while she was down there. When she went down there, the bartender asked her for her ID. I don't know if she ever gave it to her or showed it to her or what. But I was told that the other people on the other side of the bar bought her a drink. Is that a loophole? Is that why I got called today and told not to come into work? Or was it because of the girl over there at the workplace that I got into it in the kitchen with? The lesbian. Or supposedly, that's what she looks like. Either that or she just likes really short hair. At first, I thought she was pretty cool. Me, her, and Ken got along. Now, all of a sudden, Ken's gone. We don't get along. Is it because of the weed, sister? Because if so, guess what? Yeah, I smoke it too. I didn't bring it when I was working there. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Why? Because the battery that I had that went to it wasn't working, but I still had it. First time I ever used a vape pen for smoking marijuana, CBD or whatever you want to call it. I say it's more CBD if you think about it, a little bit of THC. Because unless you smoke a lot of it, you ain't getting high. That's why they don't care if you carry them around. They ain't gonna sit there and test that little shit. As you bring in a pound, I guarantee they'll test it, they'll arrest you and everything else because they think you're selling it. Well, what if I bring in little bits at a time? What are you gonna do then? That's what I'm saying, just legalize the shit already. It helps cure cancer. The doctors don't want you to know that. Doctors don't want you to know shit. Why? Because they're collecting that money. It's the fast grab, just like the media said. Fast grab for the cash. Because they know they're getting ready to go out as soon as they figure it out. Guess what? You can figure it out. I'm sharing this with the world. YouTube, Facebook, wherever. I used to have a website called Truth or Tube, but that went down because I didn't have funding. No. You guys will see, because like I said, I'm sharing this video everywhere. Check out my Facebook page, Dennis Farmer. That's my name, Dennis Farmer. I own a taxi cab company. I get to see the world. That's right. Just like when I was an expediter, I got to see the world. I got to see Ford, GM, all of them. Those people act good, but they also, some of them act like donkeys. One guy I ran into out in the yard one day, and he got mad because I was parked over next to the door where I was supposed to be. Evidently, I was blocking his bay door, and he had a huge ass problem with it. But the company talked to him about it. He apologized, only because he had to. Your attitude means everything. If you have a poor attitude, you're going to get a poor attitude from everybody else. If you have a good attitude, you're going to get a better attitude from everybody else 10 times more. They don't want to hear me on that, though. Especially not here over at the park, We the People, Kim Hunt Payne. Yeah, evidently I'm not supposed to talk about her, but she's over here talking fake about me. Fake. All this fake stuff. Like she said I tased her at the funeral home. Yeah, I went over to talk to the people at the funeral home the other day. You know what they told me? Oh, sorry, sir, we're closing now. Okay, I'll be back. And I know the police ain't gonna help me, and I know they ain't gonna help me, but I went over there because I need to find out about videotape evidence. I heard that funeral homes have videotape evidence. And I know the funeral director over there, or a supposed funeral director, I'm not sure if he was, made sure that I got a ride the other day. I got a ride escorted back to my house, not arrested. Why? Because I did nothing wrong, just like she did nothing wrong when she lived over here, across the street over in Reno. Rob put a protection order against her, then went over and visited her at the hospital. Guess what? She won that case before he was even went over to the hospital. She went into the hospital, and he knew that the protection order was no good, so he went over there and gave her bed bugs. Courtesy of her sister, Ariel, the one that keeps robbing and taking from her even after her death. I done told her she can have everything that her sister had except for a few articles that I wanted. That's not meaning her clothing. That means things that she left me, things that she told me she wanted me to have for helping her out. I gave her a home, I gave her a job. Wasn't very much of a job, but it's a start because I have a small company. She provided the food. She still provides the food. Her sister came over to get her food stamp card. I said, no. That's one thing you're not getting, because I don't know for a fact whether it's fraud or not. But I do know this. I have every intention, if I have to pay that money back to the food stamp office, because I know that can be done, or the government or whatever. Because quite honestly, when I was working, when I had a job, when I had support of my local community, it seems like when I get my business got back going, I'm gonna have to stop serving this area again. Why? Because people out here playing dirty. Why? Because they got the money. Evidently, Floyd's Knobs got all the money, not New Albany. Floyd's Knobs got all the money. Floyd's Knobs supports New Albany. Where's Floyd's Knobs getting all their money from? People working hard, going out here and going to work like I do, like I was supposed to be doing, but I can't do it right now because ain't nobody hiring me. They're trying to put me back out in the streets over here with the homeless. I already been with the homeless. Been with the homeless for 2 years. Yes, I was homeless for 2 years. I had to make up my own home. I had to find my own way because, like most homeless, they get discarded out into the streets, no help. Because they see us as garbage, like we don't want to work. I guarantee if you come over this park and you ask, as a Christian, any of these guys if they want to go to work for you, more than likely, if they don't have health problems, they'll go to work. Put a little olive oil in their system, hey, you might have a worker for the day. Try it out, test it out, see. Because like I said, I'm not posting this video until I get back home. I don't want people to see it. Why? Because usually when I'm out and I make a video, somebody starts harassing me. If I'm in my home, nobody can bother me, not even the police. Why? Because I know the laws. Why? Because I had to learn the laws as I was growing up. Why? Because I constantly got messed with by the police, probation officers, and all that. Yeah, your guys that goes into jail, the ones that goes into prison, they know more. Believe that. We see it. We've heard it. I had a person in prison said, yeah, we get in trouble all the time. We just don't get caught. Oh, so that's why you keep doing it. This was a guard in a prison. So if it's a guard in a prison, a lot of them usually work for probation departments or other things before they go into it. I know because I had one that actually did that. How do we know you weren't doing it before? crooked. Crooked politicians, crooked police, crooked lawyers, crooked all kinds of things. I can't even get a lawyer to look at my case. I ain't giving up, because maybe I'll find a good Christian one out there that believes in America. Believe me, I'm going to keep calling. I'm going to keep making my calls. People will hear me. Why? Because the Lord asked me to speak on his behalf. I don't know what you want to call me. Yes, I listen to David the Redeemer. He is also in and helping this. A lot of these truthers out here want the truth out. They were ignored. They were ransacked, basically. They had people that were outsiders came in. That's why we're called conspiracy theorists. Now, it's no conspiracy. It's conspiracy cover-up. That's what it is. And I will finish this video, and I will post it to the world. Let it be known it's time to stand up for your rights, because guess what? The government's not going to do it for you. The government's against you. Let me say that again. The government is against you. They're not for your rights. They're not here to protect your rights. Even the president, the former past President Trump, couldn't do it. Now they got this stumbling idiot up in government that don't even know what he's doing, may have Parkinson's or Alzheimer's or dementia. They're calling the shots. The Democratic Party, the actual woman that wanted to become president, that tried to take Trump out, is actually running our country right now via Biden. Let that sink in. Via Biden, the puppet. Because most presidents that become president, that's all they are, is puppets. The House makes the laws. Yeah, you didn't know that, right? Yeah, and after you vote for your president, 2 years later, what you supposed to do? Vote for your Congress. It's time. It's time for them to come to an end. It'll happen. Biden will be out, impeached. We only got a few short months. Yeah, right, a few short months, right? No? What is it? Elections, is it in November? Can't remember. I'm going to look that one up too. It's 2 years later, so I'm guessing, yeah, it's probably going to be in November. Could be earlier, but I doubt it. We'll find out, though. I mean, they're all out here running around trying to get heard, so. Then you got 2 more years later, you got to vote for another president. I believe we'll have the old Don up there in president again. Why? Because he was doing it right the first time. He was building a wall that they're tearing down now. 2 years, man. We're going to have to watch out for each other, man. Got to get out here in the streets and help each other out, because guess what? Biden is trying to stop us at all costs. He wants us dead. He wants us gone. Why? It ain't about the New World Order. The New World Order has us out of it. They don't want us around. Americans are dead to them. Why? Because China's running out of room. That's correct. China is running out of space. When you only have that, you can only you're allowed only 2 children per household. It means somebody's running out of space. That's why they got these little tiny hotels and tiny houses. Evidently, they don't have enough space. Ukraine and Russia at war. Now all of a sudden they're not at war. Well, I don't know how much longer I got to make this video, so I'm going to cut it short. But I'll probably will make another video later on. You guys have a great day and be blessed. Let's just hope and pray that America pulls out of this. Because I do believe we can be a way better and a greater country than we are now. God bless.